Hey, you. I'm working late again today. I don't know what time I'll be home.
Again? You seem pretty busy these days, so you don't want dinner tonight?
No, it's my job. I can't help it. You got something to complain about that?
I'm not complaining, but I was just wondering about when was the last time you had dinner with me lately. I know you're working hard, but you've been coming home really late these days, and we haven't seen each other at all.
So, you're complaining again, huh? Unlike me, you stay at home all the time, and yet, when I come home late, you're so lazy that you're sleeping in your bed. If you really want to have dinner with me, at least wait until I get home. You're a housewife with a lot of free time, so don't be a slacker. I'm working my ass off to make enough money to feed you. Can you just shut up and watch over me?
I'm sorry, but even a housewife has to do a lot of things, you know? House cleaning, laundry, making sure all the meals are nutritious and balanced.
It's a common thing. Don't brag about that.
I'm not bragging, but I move around a lot during the day, and I'm not just sitting around. I'm tired, so I can't stay up until midnight.
You're not working, so what's the point of being tired? You're just a lazy housewife. And I think you've gained a lot of weight since we got married.
I think you're right about me gaining some weight.
Why don't you get a part-time job? If you keep yourself busy, you won't be bored. Also, you won't be emotional when I get home. And on top of that, you'll lose weight if you move around.
What? I told you that I want to work after we get married. You got mad at me and said you weren't happy with my income, so I quit my job. Isn't it terrible that you're telling me to work now?
Huh? Are you saying it's my fault that you quit your job? Is it also my fault that you got fat? How much are you going to blame others? You know what? You've become really slumped since you got married.
Well, it can't be helped.
Anyway, I'm gonna be late for work, so don't call me again. I don't want to be distracted when I'm working. And I'll be eating out.
That's the problem. Why didn't you say so earlier? I've already made the dinner.
Why don't you just put it in the fridge? Don't complain every time.
If you just told me earlier, I wouldn't have had to make dinner. Don't you know if you're going to work late or not, at least during lunch break?
You know, at work, unexpected things can happen all the time. As my wife, it's your job to follow up with me. You're really a useless wife, complaining about the slightest things as far as adjusting the food. If you were prettier and skinnier, I'd still forgive you, but a fat wife is just disgusting. I'm working for my horrible wife, and I really feel sorry for myself. They say marriage is the graveyard of life, and that's exactly what it is.
Am I that fat? You don't have to talk like that, do you?
If you have time to complain, lose some weight. Whatever you say now, it's not convincing at all. I don't even want to walk side by side with you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're so rude.
Anyway, I've got work to do, so don't bother me anymore.
Understood.
My sister's coming over tonight, so make sure she gets her food and stuff ready. Understood? I won't forgive you if you don't do that properly.
What? It's already evening. You didn't tell me anything about that.
I just told you, you were doing nothing in your spare time, weren't you? You're a housewife. You can cook a good meal in a short time.
I can't do that if you told me all of a sudden. I was going to make today's meal with some leftovers from the fridge. Even at the supermarket, they sell out of the good stuff by the evening. I can't make such a fancy meal now.
My sister's coming over. And you telling me you don't want to welcome her? You're going to serve leftovers to your husband's sister.
I didn't tell you that I'll serve leftovers to your sister. I was trying to tell you that I'll cook something with the ingredients we have left in the fridge.
You're making it with leftovers, right? So it's leftovers indeed. Anyway, you'd better start cooking now to welcome my sister.
Johnny, there are some things you can do and can't do. I can't prepare the meal in such a short time.
You can't do anything even though you're a housewife. What a useless wife.
It's only a few hours away, right? If you'd at least told me this morning, I could have worked something out.
Yeah, right. Here you are, complaining and making excuses again. Give me a break. What the hell do you think you're there for? I can't rely on you. I'll order a little better food by delivery.
What kind of food does your sister like? I'll find the solution to the problem.
I'm not going to rely on you. I'll order it myself. If I ask you to do it and you mess up again, I'll feel bad for my sister. You can at least pick up and serve it. Do it properly, okay? Oh, and buy the liquor too. My favorite wine and my sister's favorite brandy.
I don't drink, so I'm not familiar with the brands. I'd rather you get it yourself.
Huh? You know my favorite wine, don't you? You should have checked out my sister's favorite brandy too when you met her at my parents' house. Oh god, you really are a useless wife. It can't be helped. I'll text you about the brand later. If it's liquor, it won't sell out so quickly, and even you, the useless one, can shop properly, right?
Alright, I'll get it ready. Hey, you and your sister were wandering around the house last night while whispering to each other. What were you two talking about? When I was checking on her, she told me to leave because it's none of your business, and I thought it was suspicious.
Well, it's none of your business.
I have the right to know about that. You were talking about the house, right? If it's about the house and my family, you should tell me.
Why should I tell you? You can't do anything to change the fact. You're just an ordinary housewife. You're an idiot who can't do anything, so all you have to do is listen to what I tell you.
Even if I'm a housewife, I'm still your family and I should be involved. I don't know if there's anything I can do, but why I'm not even allowed to know?
You're so clingy. My sister came to our house yesterday because she wanted to take a look around. You know, to figure out where to put the furniture, what to bring and what to throw away.
Sorry, I'm a little confused here. You mean she didn't just come to visit?
She's going to be living with us from now on.
Wait a minute. So you two were secretly talking about this yesterday? You should have told me about this. You can't just decide it right away with your sister.
It's between my sister and me, so it's none of your business.
We'll be living together, so it's my business too. I'm not going to live with someone I'm not familiar with, even though she is my sister-in-law.
You can't take care of the house, you can't even cook properly, and always complain about everything. Being such a horrible wife, do you think you have the right to say anything to me?
Well, it's not just a problem between siblings, it's also a problem between husband and wife, isn't it? Besides, our house isn't big enough.
I told you you're an idiot and you should just listen to what I say, didn't I? If you say our house is too small, why don't you get out of the house? It's the same whether you're here or not.
Seriously? Are you telling me that you don't need me?
My sister can do the housework and take care of the house. I'd rather have my sister take care of the house than you, who's incompetent. So you're no longer of any use to me. Thanks for all your hard work until today.
Does that mean we're getting a divorce?
It doesn't make any difference if you're here or not. It's easier for you not to be here because I don't have to waste money.
If it's a one-sided divorce from you, you'll have to pay for the alimony.
But considering the stress of having you around, that's a small price to pay. I got a promotion to become head of the department, and I'm not having a hard time with money. We don't even have kids. It's only a few grand a month in alimony. I'll pay you that much.
You sound like you were planning on divorcing me from the beginning. Perhaps you decided to move in with your sister in order to get rid of me.
That's right. You're a lousy housewife, you know that? You should be thankful that I've been taking care of you until this day.
You go so far as to say that. Duly noted, then let's get a divorce.
What? Do you understand your position? I knew it. You're an idiot. This is the part where you get down on your knees and apologize to me, okay? You should have told me things like, I'm sorry, I won't disobey your orders anymore, so please allow me to live here. Or are you too fat to get down on your knees because your belly is in the way? Well, with a brain the size of yours, you won't know what's what anymore. In the meantime, pack up your stuff and get ready to move out. My sister will be moving in at the beginning of next month, so I'll keep you here until the end of this month. You'll be working as a housewife at my place until the time comes.
I always thought of you as a stubborn husband, but I didn't expect you to be so unreasonable. I understand how you feel. I don't have a choice now.
You seem awfully calm. Or are you pretending to be calm? Never mind. I'll write down my part of the divorce papers and leave them on the table and you can file the rest.
I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry too. I never thought I'd marry such a fat, useless woman. Hey, you haven't made any progress packing at all, have you? I told you to get out from here by the end of the month, didn't I? Where the hell are you? Don't tell me you're going to tell me you don't want to leave at this point. If you're still planning to stay next month, I'll charge you for every day you stay.
I've written the divorce papers. It's on the table. Please check it.
If you've written them, then file them right away. I don't need to check them. Do you think you can stretch your time with that? That's the shallow wisdom of an idiot.
I was thinking to give you one last chance.
Huh? What are you talking about?
In case you're wondering, I just wanted to confirm your intention to divorce again.
I said I'm getting a divorce. You really don't have enough brains, do you?
What's not enough is your brains, silly Johnny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm getting a divorce, but you're the one who's leaving. Pack your bags and get the hell out of my house.
What are you talking about? Why the hell should I move out of my house?
It's not your house. I bought this house when we got married and it's in my name. If I am the owner, that means I have the authority to decide what to do with the house.
I'm the head of the family. You must listen to what I tell you. What belongs to the wife belongs to the husband. If you're the owner, the house is.
I don't understand at all. I don't care if you're the breadwinner or not. If you're not the owner of the house, it doesn't matter what you say. If you want to, I can contact the real estate company to prove the ownership.
Regardless of the owner, you're just responsible for continuing to pay the mortgage on the house that my sister and I are going to live in.
I've already paid off the loan.
I thought you took out a long-term mortgage.
I paid it all back with my earnings.
What are you talking about? You're a housewife. There's no way you have that kind of money. Your earnings? Are you daydreaming?
I worked in finance before we got married. The salary was good, so I had some savings. I used it to study investments. After a few years of trial and error, my assets grew by about 50 times.
I never heard that story. Why didn't you consult me, your husband, about such a large sum of money?
You also decided everything on your own without consulting me, didn't you? I used the profits to start an online shopping company, and the sales is steadily increasing. I'm sorry, but I make more money than you do. I've decided to sell the house with all these bad memories because I don't need it anymore.
Huh? Wait a minute. My sister and I are going to start living here next month. Don't do anything selfish, like selling it.
I don't know anything about that. I'm the registered owner, and I've already talked to the real estate company, so there's nothing you can say. You're the one who decided to move in with your sister, kicked me out, and did all those selfish things first.
Hey, where the hell are you right now? Come back home immediately. I'll talk to you in person.
What is there to talk about? You decided about your sister and everything without consulting me, even though I'm your wife. Also, you think I'm stupid most of the time.
I'm worried about you. That's why I'm telling you to come back home. You haven't packed anything for the sale either. You'll be in trouble if you don't get rid of this stuff.
I won't be in trouble. I don't need those things at all. I've already bought everything I need and it's all in the new house.
What? A new house?
Of course I am. I'm selling the house we were living in.
You didn't file divorce papers with the authorities yet, which means you're willing to start over with me. My bad. I'm sorry I put you through all that. Let's just talk about it at the new place, so give me the address.
I'm not giving you my address. I didn't file the divorce papers right away because I wanted to see your pathetic face. It's so funny how desperate you've become for someone you've made fun of so much by calling her incompetent and fat.
You're a total jerk. If you're making a lot of money, you don't need alimony.
Yes, I don't intend to get alimony for your unilateral divorce, but I will get alimony for your adultery with the young girl.
What? What are you talking about? I didn't commit adultery.
Did you think I would have noticed? You've been having an affair for a long time. I was aware of it. I also noticed that you were meeting secretly at a hotel while you said you were working late. Also, you were constantly going to luxury brand stores buying expensive bags and accessories. Because your company is a good company, I thought there was no way they would make you work that late. I hired some detectives to look into the matter, and sure enough, they came up with a lot of photographic evidence in a short period of time. Even if it's true that you and your sister are going to live together, you were also planning to live together with the adulterer, weren't you? The three of you in that house, it's a little cramped, don't you think?
I had already told her about the house.
Why don't you just let her take care of you from next month? Well, I don't know if she'll take care of you that way. I hope she didn't just come on to you for the money you have.
I'm sorry about what I did to you. Also about the affair. It's all my fault. So, let me apologize. Let's start over again, Luna.
Do you understand your position? You don't have to apologize. I'm not going to forgive you, even if you apologize. I don't need you either. Starting over is out of the question.
Don't say that. We're a married couple.
You've changed a lot since we started talking.
It's because I'm sorry for what I've done.
Just because you're sorry, it doesn't mean that both of us can pretend as if nothing has happened. You're just hanging on to me because you don't have a place to live and you're in dire straits. I don't need you anymore. I'm selling the house anyway, so just take what you need and get out. I've already told the real estate agent that they can get rid of everything that's left, and if you don't pack soon, they'll throw your stuff away.
This is our house of memories, right? Is this what you do to your husband? It's too much, isn't it?
It's nothing compared to what you've done to me. If you don't file for divorce, I'll sue you through my lawyer. Make sure you do.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to. I'm blocking you from now on, so stop contacting me. Farewell.
Wait, Luna. Please, help me.
It seems that Johnny continued to live in the house without leaving and was evicted by the real estate agent. I heard that they had been arguing for a long time, which caused a lot of trouble. His sister was also evicted because she apparently had not paid her rent for a long time. She apparently planned to roll into our house. There was no way I was going to deal with a scum like her and her brother. After that, Johnny and his sister became homeless and clung to Johnny's adulterous partners. She too was only approaching Johnny for money, so there was no way she would continue her relationship with him, who had no home and had to pay for the alimony. I told the company Johnny was working at that he was having an affair, so he got dismissed. If you're asking me about where those scum sister and brother are now, I must say that I don't know and I don't care at all. I have since then been steadily growing my online shopping company and making a steady profit. I'm going to live free and easy on my own for a while.
Faith, may I have a word with you? How can I help you? I've been concerned for a while now, but don't you think you lack awareness of your responsibilities as a wife? What do you mean? You're my son's wife, but you don't show your face very often. Are you trying to distance yourself from us? That's not true. I'm just busy every day and don't have much time. Stop making excuses. What exactly are you doing if you're not fulfilling your role as a wife? I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. You really don't care. You don't like me, do you? No, that's not true. It's just... Just what? Speak up. I'm just really busy. You're being so blunt. You think saying you're busy is going to make me go away? You're such a nasty wife. From now on, be more self-aware. Yes, I understand. I'm sorry. I haven't heard from you as usual. How are you? Hello. Sorry, I haven't been in touch. I am doing well. Another excuse? What are your plans for the weekend? I think Kevin told you about our weekend off. It's my father-in-law's birthday during the holiday weekend, so I'm going to bring him a present. Oh, you're coming too? You're busy and you don't like me, right? I didn't say that. Kevin already talked to his dad. Yes, he's already told him you're coming. Then I don't blame you. Honestly, I wanted to say that you, in particular, don't really need to come. Why not? I said I wanted to spend time with my family. What? You're a really inconsiderate wife, aren't you? Well, I'm not saying you can't come. If you're going to come, you'd better behave accordingly. I'll take care not to misbehave. Oh my God. Faith, I finished on time today, which is rare for me. It's nice to be able to go home early, isn't it? Good job, Kevin. That's great. I'm on the train heading home right now. Do you need anything from the store? Nothing in particular. I see. Well, I'm going to buy a tie for my dad. Then I'm going home. Okay. Hey, Faith. Are you feeling down? Huh? Usually I get longer replies from you, but today, something's different. Sorry, I'm just... Did Mom say something to you again? Oh, you can tell, huh? Well, it's the usual. She's really harsh with her words. No matter how many times I warn her, she never listens. She doesn't even try to understand your feelings, even though you try your best to be friendly with her. So this time, she said something about going back to my parents' house for the weekend, right? Yeah, well... You don't have to do this, okay? But your father has been so good to me. I want to make sure I see him and wish him a happy birthday. Okay, thanks. Anyway, I'll talk to him when I get back. Thanks. And me too. There's something my dad's been asking me about, and I wanted to share it with you. Your father wants my opinion? Are you sure he wants you to tell me about it? Dad wants to know what you think about it. I see, okay. Well, I'm getting off the train now. I'll see you later. Have a safe trip home. Where did you go, Faith? You look like a child. Running away from home, sulking, just because you weren't allowed to have a little extra sushi? Please don't interrupt our happy family time together. I didn't run out of the house because I was sulking. I was hungry, so I went to the nearest convenience store to buy lunch. Please don't do such embarrassing things in my neighborhood. You are accusing me of bullying you. Huh? That means you want me to go without food. You're not so weak that skipping one meal will kill you. Let me ask you something. You didn't order sushi for me on purpose, did you? What's up all of a sudden? What you're doing is so obvious. Listen, Faith. Who's the one who's interrupting our family time together in the first place? It's you, isn't it? You mentioned it before. What does that mean? Anyone who is not connected by blood is a stranger. I don't have money to spend on a stranger. So you did not order any sushi for me at all? That's right. I see. In your mind, your son's wife doesn't count as one of the family, correct? Of course she doesn't. I see. If you have a problem with me, get out. As long as it doesn't bother our family, you can do whatever you want. After all, my son's wife is a stranger. I understand. Then we really will be strangers, won't we? What? I guess you are no longer my mother-in-law. I'm going back to my parents' house as you wish, Irene. Huh? My bag is all I have at hand, so there's no need for me to go back there. Excuse me? What are you suddenly saying? I'll arrange to send my personal belongings at home to my parents' house as soon as possible. You're a stranger too, so don't come crying to me. What do you mean? Faith? It was as I expected, Kevin. Your mother said, my son's wife is a stranger. I was sure she was going to say that, wasn't I? I knew it. I'm sorry I put you through all that drama. It's okay. You want your mother to know what's wrong, right? It's really important considering the future, so I won't hesitate to cooperate. Besides, it's for our own good. Yeah. Sorry for the trouble, but I'd appreciate it if you could bear with me a little longer. Yeah, no problem. All right then, I'll go ahead and start preparing for the next step. Oh, sorry for the trouble, but I appreciate your help. Have a safe trip home. Good luck with that too. Faith, reply to me right away. You're still as slow as ever. Hurry up! I'm on a train right now, so I can't make a call. Then call me online. Faith, please turn back immediately. Don't be absurd. I told you I'm on the train. It's over 40 minutes to the next stop. I don't care if that's the case. Just turn back. I don't want to. You won't listen to me? I don't think you have the right to make me obey you. Just come back. What is going on here? You tell me to go home, you tell me to come back. It's very annoying. Kevin got mad at me. He got extremely mad at me for calling you a stranger and making you go back to your parents' house. Huh? Well, get back here as soon as you can. You don't want to make Kevin angry any more than he already is, do you? Yes? Oh, Kevin's getting ready to leave. All you have to do is say, I'm coming back. Say you'll be back soon. Excuse me? I think that Kevin is only angry at you, Irene. What? I got a message telling me to be careful on my way home. What? I'm listening to my husband, not you. Hang on, Faith. Excuse me. Hey, I'm in trouble. Faith. I don't know what to do. You're the one who set all this up, didn't you? What is it now? My husband left the divorce papers and left. What? I don't know where he went. You don't know? Since I've also become estranged from Kevin, it's impossible for me to know where my father-in-law is, right? What? Kevin is a stranger too? What? Don't tell me you've forgotten. You forced me to divorce him, didn't you? That's why I'm completely disconnected from you, and you're a genuine stranger. If you'll excuse me. Faith, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You divorced Faith? Huh? Yes, I did. Then you're coming back here, right? Huh? Why? You know, your dad. Oh, you mean the divorce? You knew? I knew. He asked me about it. What did he mean? I think it's also mentioned in the letter Dad left behind. From your perspective, a daughter-in-law is a stranger. In that case, from the perspective of the relatives on Dad's side, you would be the daughter-in-law, right? Then you're a stranger. Oh, no. I'm on your side, so I'll be a stranger to you. Goodbye. Tell me, Faith. This time I can't get in touch with Kevin either. What's going on? Why are you asking me all the time? What? You and Kevin are strangers now. I don't pry into his whereabouts every single time, and that's rather insane, isn't it? So I don't know where he is, and I'm not asking him. Oh, no. As I said before, you and I are complete strangers now, so we have nothing to talk about. Faith, wait a minute. I don't know what I'm going to do now that Kevin is gone. You and I are strangers, aren't we? You kicked us out saying that wives are strangers. So I am not your family anymore, and I don't know where Kevin is. I just said too much at the time. I didn't mean it. Okay, but for us, that was the deciding factor. We took those words to heart and started a new life. It's too late now to say you didn't mean it. Please, come back. Let's start over as a family. I'm sorry, but we are already satisfied with our new life. You should face the consequences of your actions. Now, I really need to go. Wait, Faith. Ever since Kevin left, it's been really lonely in our house. I can't live without him. Please come back to us. You're persistent. I've told you many times, we are strangers now. Both Kevin and I chose a new life because we were hurt by your words. We can't go back now. If there's anything you can't forgive me for, I'll apologize properly. I admit that my words were harsh, so please reconsider. Your apology is too late. Kevin and I have a new life, and we are happy with it. No matter what you say now, it won't change our decision to leave. Faith, I didn't think you were so heartless. I never thought you could be so cold. Which of us is the cold one? It was you who said wives are strangers, wasn't it? Have you ever given even the slightest thought to how much those words hurt us? Even if I said that, what am I going to do when Kevin is gone? How will I live on my own? That's your problem. It's not something we can do anything about. You should be independent and find a new life for yourself. Faith, I beg you, please reconsider. Please give me one more chance. That's impossible. Now, if you'll really excuse me. Oh, Faith, please don't abandon me. Faith. After that, a lot happened. My parents-in-law are officially divorced, and I'm still connected with my father-in-law. He and I have a really good relationship. We still support each other and live happily together. My mother-in-law, on the other hand, is living in squalor. She has returned to her hometown, but I heard that life there has not been easy for her at all. Her selfishness has worsened her relationship with those around her, and she is now isolated from the rest of the world. Her part-time job didn't last long, and she has become a recluse at her parents' house. My heart aches a little when I imagine what she's going through, but I feel that this is also a result of her own actions. Kevin and I divorced once, but he remarried under my surname. Thanks to him, we were able to make a new start. We have reconfirmed our bond with each other, and I believe that it has become stronger. We are looking forward to spending peaceful and happy days together with my father-in-law.